square in 38. As we look back further through the field, we have the number 10 of Gregg and the number 16 of Rocket Roger Vincent, the number 54 of Tony Conway, and the number 1 of Zeke Skaggs. Field set to go racing. Remember, tonight it's Tony Anderson, the fastest qualifier. He's got a $200 bonus headed his way if he can pick up the feature event here tonight from Texas Roadhouse Restaurants. Jeff Harmon, the early leader in the number 117. The number 42 of Tony Anderson now in second. The number 116 of Chris Harmon goes third. The race leaders move out of turn number 2. It looks like Gregg in the number 10 spins around down into turns 3 and 4. Here come the race leaders. Here's Jeff Harmon in the number 117 leading them through as the 42 of Tony Anderson now runs at second. Chris Harmon at third. Rob Cook at fourth. B.J. Strickland rounds out the top 5. Rick Harper holding up at the intersection for the oncoming traffic, and now he goes one lap down to the race leaders. Tommy Aubrey in the 11 and Shannon Beckham now slowing for the oncoming traffic at the intersection. Here come the race leaders. Jeff Harmon will show the way as they exit turn number 2. Tony Anderson right on his back bumper as they head into turns 3 and 4. Good battle now for fourth. Rob Cook and B.J. Strickland square off as they race out of turn number 4. And it looks like Roger Vincent in the number 16 headed off course there momentarily down into turn number 3. Kenny Newcomb slows for the oncoming traffic. Here comes Jeff Harmon as he swings around and leads the field back into turns 3 and 4. Danny Smith in the number 23 now goes one lap down to the race leaders. B.J. Strickland in the number 12 and Rob Cook again battle for the number 4 spot. Butch Winters in the number 80 times himself through the intersection as he finds an opening into traffic and then moves into turns 3 and 4. Jeff Robertson, car number 9, has apparently stalled down in turn number 3. And the caution flag comes out. Yellow flag coming out for Jeff Robertson, car number 9. Problems over in turn number 4. It's for Buck Skaggs in car number 2. We got a wheel and rim off of a car. Buck Skaggs in car number 2, and it looks like heavy damage to the left front of his car as a wheel and rim came off of his car. And I tell you, he's had some problems here. So that brings out the red flag. A lot of new names now in the Prado Auto Parts Figure 8 division. Jeff Harmon, B.J. Strickland, Rob Cook. They're up near the front of the field. Let's see what happens now as they move down into turns 3 and 4. New race leader, and it's Tony Anderson in the number 42 out front. Here's Jeff Harmon back to the inside, the battle for the lead. Harmon gets a little loose out of turn 4. It'll be Tony Anderson, your race leader. Looks like Chris Harmon has dropped back a bit too, as B.J. Strickland in the number 12 has moved into the number 3 position. Scrambling for the lead as they exit turn number 2. Tony Anderson in the number 42, tonight's fastest qualifier, leading the field down into turns 3 and 4. Jeff Harmon in the number 117 at second. The number 12 of B.J. Strickland goes third. Chris Harmon at fourth. And then Rob Cook rounds out the top 5. Bobby Johnson in 00 at sixth. And then it is the number 38 machine of Artie Ware running 7th. Tony Conway goes 8th as they move through the intersection and back into turns 3 and 4. Last week's feature winner, Calvin Crane, out of action. Came into tonight's racing action leading the point standings. However, will score a DNF here tonight unless they can get the car repaired and put it back on the track. Anderson out front. B.J. Strickland out of the rookie figure 8 division and moving up to this Pronto Auto Parts figure 8 class is really having a good run here tonight. Had an excellent qualifying run here earlier tonight. He's currently at 3rd place in the feature race event. B.J. Strickland in car number 12. As a matter of fact, he's just ahead of the 3-time defending champion Chris Harmon as they exit turn 4. Oh, and here they go, trying to move around Tom Aubrey in the number 11. Jeff Harmon moves up the banking to make his way around Aubrey. And he and B.J. Strickland, they did a lot of rookie figure 8 racing together in past season. Now they run side by side down into turns 3 and 4. Jeff Harmon trying to hold on to that number 2 spot. And now B.J. Strickland moves around Harmon and into the number 2 position. Here comes brother Chris down to the inside, and Chris Harmon moves up and tries to take 3rd away from his younger brother Jeff. They move side by side into turns 3 and 4. Pair of spinning cars out of turn number 2. That's Shannon Beckham in the number 69. Watch out as Joe Lord Jr. barely makes his way through the intersection. He and Rick Harper nearly made some contact there. Tony Anderson in the 42 trying to make his way around some slower traffic now. And he's found his way around Shannon Beckham. Now he closes in behind Butch Winters. Winters moves up the banking down in turns 1 and 2 and gives Anderson plenty of room now to pass as they move through the intersection. Six laps remaining. B.J. Strickland in car number 12, closing in on our race leader. Strickland moving up into the Pronto Auto Parts figure 8 class. Now challenging the veteran Tony Anderson for the lead spot as they race over to turn 4 now, and less than 5 laps to go. Here's Chris Harmon in the number 116. At 3rd position, and the top 3 cars now shuffle out of turn number 2. They make their way past to Rick Harper's number 47 and then move over to turn 4. Here's Strickland putting the pressure on Tony Anderson, and Anderson checks up a little bit that time at the intersection as a onrushing traffic crossed through the intersection. Our race leader slowed momentarily. Here he comes, and Anderson finds an opening into traffic, and he'll lead the field back into turns 3 and 4 another time. Here's Chris Harmon now diving underneath B.J. Strickland to challenge for 2nd. As Strickland holds on to the number 2 spot another time, they race over to turn number 2. Less than 3 laps to go now. Watch out, and Bobby Johnson and Tony Conway nearly collect each other at the intersection. 2 to go. 2 laps remaining. Tony Anderson has got to be thinking about that Texas Roadhouse Restaurant Clean Sweep bonus here tonight of $200 if he can come away with the feature win. That's in addition to the regular prize purse being offered here tonight. BJ Strickland putting the pressure on, and they got 1 lap to go. Back into turns 1 and 2 another time. Top 3 cars move out of turn number 2 and through the intersection. Down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Here's Tony Anderson, and he'll pick up the feature win. BJ Strickland across the line at second, followed by Chris Harmon in the number 116. Jeff Harmon finishing up at fourth, and the number 15 of Rob Cook in the number 5 position.